For 2026, the plan is to work on capturing, but really to work on a series sharing my creative journey. And I feel like my art and what interests me to paint and to draw is kind of changing as I grow. And I'm starting to notice more still life paintings, and I really want to do portraitures again. There's other projects that I'm still working on that haven't really been. This is about the size I want to do the portraits and the still life paintings. They are a 12 by 12, so I just grabbed them and I just like in the kitchen, and I took a reference photo of a really cool idea for a still life. So this is what it looks like, and I really liked how the light was zooming in on like just the colors, the wood, and then the bread. My dog is trying to come in, but he's blocked out for a moment because my dog is hyper. But yeah, so I'm gonna do a still life painting on this canvas size, meaning that I got inspired. So doing like, what do you call that? Is that stainless steel or what is that? Silver, like doing silver, doing golds. And yeah, so anyway, the theme, Lord willing, for this year's artwork is refined artwork. Like that's literally all I can think of. So when you think about refining, when an artisan is creating gold, for example, they will use a lot of heat, they will use a lot of pressure, and it creates this beautiful, more detailed, more purified image or subject matter. So that's kind of like the stuff I want to capture, like painting silvers, painting gold, or like number one, I feel like the theme of refined artwork for me this year kind of relates to where I am with my personal walk with God. Like I feel like he's been refining my faith, teaching me how to grow, growing and developing more character, and just really learning how to have more faith in God. Yeah, that is the theme. Refine, refining, refinement, refined, whichever one. That is a theme that I'm sticking with this year. Also refining like my skills. So shout out to my sister and my mom. They got me like this tracer so I can practice doing more details. And I normally haven't used one, but I feel like it helps you to practice doing different subjects, and then yeah, just like paying more attention to shading and stuff. And then I really just pushing myself with detail. So for example, there's this really cool shark painting, and I can't wait to share this one too. But normally I would paint it, do the water, do the sharks, and then be like, oh, okay, it looks done. But now I'm like, okay, let me go back and add more highlights. Let me add more shadows. And so I'm just pushing myself to make my artwork more detailed than I normally would. What else? So I'm gonna do more like storytelling art, like more sentimental artwork. Just capturing like bonds or relationships. There's this really pretty like midwife painting that I'm really excited. I'm really excited to pursue it and to start studying it as well. I feel so grateful for this year. I'm also learning like not to be so hard on yourself because you are growing in grace. And yeah, so I'm very excited for these artworks. So another theme for the painting is also going to be vessels. So I've been doing like a study on vessels and how they're used in the Bible, and there's a passage in Daniel where it talks about, he's like, Daniel, you are treasured by God. And when he was praying, that's what the angel was telling him, like, Daniel, you are most treasured by God, like God loves you. And so if you think about when you're a vessel is something that holds something, it obtains something. And if we are treasured by God, that means we hold and possess the greatest treasure, which is God or Christ inside of us. And so that's what the theme of vessels is. It is also the theme of, removing anything that's defiling you so that you can be an instrument used for righteousness in whatever God's work is, and you can have a better and closer relationship with him. So that makes me excited. What else was the theme for vessels? Yeah, oftentimes they held oil, so it was a statement of prosperity. So if you know the Shunammite woman, or the woman who met the prophet, he told her to go get vessels and take your oil vessels and borrow a bunch of vessels from your neighbors, and that one oil pour into all of them, and her prosperity grew. By this year, it says you're blessed beyond measure. So I'm really gonna be serious this year about spending intentional time with the Lord and like growing in grace, dedicating just the gifts that he instills to you back to him, because I realized how important it is to him. Like, everything else in life that you work hard for is great, but like having that quality or that gift or something that makes you who he made you to be is just as important to God. So yes, this is my journal, my planner for 2026. Very excited. Also, the plan for 2026 concerning this refining creative journey, me and my sister will be doing a podcast where we are capturing I'm gonna lose my thought. We're gonna do like an art podcast. We are going to do an art podcast where we have topics concerning projects, our experience, how we learned, tips, tricks, what we like, what we don't like. Maybe it'll motivate someone. Maybe it won't. I do not know, but we're gonna do it anyway. It's like, you just gotta have to do it. So, y'all, I love talking. I have a lot to say. I talk a lot. Sometimes I talk too much, but we're gonna change the subject to something that actually matters. And I think Black Lives Matter. No, I'm playing. We should talk about things that make you feel productive. A lot of my artwork, I will say in the past, very like dramatic, like in color. Like I feel like it's very like blue or very, no, I haven't done that in red. Very yellow, very gold, very blue. I've mostly done blue, like oceans. And I love how vibrant the colors were and how playful the artwork is. So I'm not necessarily trying to change my style, but I think I'm trying to refine it, meaning like painting more a different, well, it's not a different style. It's like different colors, different tones, and a different approach. So yeah, and then different techniques. So I mean, that could be style, I don't know. But like, for example, when I have a very bright, vibrant pink lavender vase of flowers. And recently I just did a more calm, black, tan, gold flowers with a more loose way of applying the paint. So yeah, just kind of creating more life style artwork. I will be right back because I think my dog just has to be in the mix. So say what's up. He has been very joyful and watching this intro to 2026, this creative journey. Stay tuned if you're interested, but really I'm doing this to help motivate myself and to kind of just document the journey, the creative journey, as I develop more art skills, learn different methods by trial and error, and just enjoying painting. I just really want to capture it and document it, but thank you so much for watching. You are the greatest you are, only the greatest you are.